Ellargu Namaskara. Welcome back to another session from Prerna Readiness for Employment Program. Today we are going to do a chapter called Team Building from the Vikas Life Skills. So as you can see, the PPT is made by Mr. Nagesh Gurikar and I am Anuradha Adya. I am going to present this session to you. Tanda Rachane, Team Building. This is the name of the session that we are going to do. Few instructions before we start as usual. I'm sure you all know already. Wherever there are exercises and activities to be done, we will be stopping the video or asking you to stop the video and do the exercise. This is very important. We cannot go ahead and learn anything from the session if you do not stop the video and do the exercise as requested. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ. You can stop the PPT and you can please look at the Kannada portions for better understanding. Mostly we will be doing the entire session in English only. Okay. Tanda Rachane. Now you see there's a beautiful picture over here. But you can see how wrong things have gone. These are the two teams. Sorry, this is one team which is working to bring a set of tracks through the tunnel and heading to a destination. But you can see so many things have actually gone wrong over here. Alva? So one nimsha pause madi video na and analyze this picture. What has gone wrong in this picture? Yake ee team could not achieve their objective. The tracks are almost 1 meter missed. Alva? They have missed each other by 1 meter. Yak hingagide nodi jagla aadta idare. So please pause the video and think of what could have gone wrong and write down at least some 3 or 4 points about your observations of this particular scenario. Okay. Ignore. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀರಾ, but possible answers what can be here. Each team member has different skills. Okay. So each person uses their skill to come to a particular end to the track building. Okay. Then their task is to get to a common goal achieved by using their skills. Okay. And the communication should be there between the team members to plan and execute the job. Okay. So first eradu antu correct agi bandirbahudu because they seem to have done their job. Okay. They have built the tracks, but communication has gone wrong. Right? Team members madhyadalli communication ilde hange agide. Therefore, there is a fight between the team members. You may have a lot of different observations, which is very good. We can get to share a little later when we speak. At least you have analyzed the picture anta ankolteni. Okay. Now today's session, the yen objectives, what are the objectives of today's session? Understand the characteristics of a team. Team andre yenu anta. Okay. Explain the difference between a group and a team. Analyze how a team functions and justify why teams do not perform at its best and discuss strategies for effective team building. ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, why are we doing team building now as students? Do we have any use of learning team building? Let me tell you very clearly, teams happen to be in every sphere of life, not just your career, not just your education in college. Teams happen to be even in families. Okay, team happens to be in sports, in politics, in education, in every sphere of life. We have teams and they can perform well only if there is team building and a good rapport between them. Okay. Okay, idu nimge, this story is extremely important and I'm sure you have heard of this story many times. So Hare and the Tortoise, this story ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಾ. Okay. Now first there is a competition between the hare and the tortoise as to who is the fastest. So you know the story. The hare takes off very quickly and then after reaching a certain distance he realizes tortoise is very slow. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೀ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. But the tortoise slowly and steadily walks and he wins the race. Okay. Then secondly, what happens is that hare is very upset. He thinks that he got careless and negligent and he lost the race, so he wants one more chance. So he tells the tortoise that let's go for one more race. And the tortoise agrees. There's one more race and the hare consistently runs fast and doesn't stop anywhere and he quickly reaches the goal. Okay. Now this is still where we have seen the story so far. Okay, so there is an additional part of the story when it comes to team building. What do you do when you have in your team a person who is as slow as a tortoise and a person who is as fast as the hare? In this case, I mean to say a person who has a different set of skills like the tortoise and a different set of skills like the rabbit. For example, ಈ ರೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, in the race of life ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, where both the hare and the tortoise have to run. Suppose there's a water body, the tortoise will be faster, and on land the hare is faster, alva. So what is actually team in this? When there is water, the tortoise can carry hare on its back. When there is land, the hare can carry the tortoise on its back. So it's a win-win situation too for all of us, alva. So what is the moral of the story when you hear of this third part that is happening in this story, alva? Fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. First, identify a core competency and then change the playing field. Change the playing field to suit our core competency. Okay. It is good to be individually brilliant, but to have a strong core competency, unless you're able to work as a team and harness each other's skills, you will always perform below par, because there will be situations at which you will do poorly and someone else does well. What are the lessons we have learned? Never give up when faced with failure. Work to your competencies. Compete against the situation, not against the rival. And pooling resources and working as a team will always beat individual performers. So the last part of the story, the third part, which is added as benefit for team building, is only to show this: pooling the resources, using your core competencies at what you're best at. That is the most important. Team effort always wins. Okay, ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, we are going to see the difference between groups and teams. Group andre ಏನು? Suppose you have gone to see a nataka in a group. You've gone to a theater to see a nataka in a group. You may not have common goals. Somebody may have come to enjoy, some people may have come to learn, some people must have just come with the family. You will not have common goals in a group. You are just a group put together. Whereas a team will have a common goal. A team of theater actors who have come together to see the movie or the performance of the play have a goal to learn what the theater actors are doing on stage. So they have a common goal. Okay. A group will not have interpersonal skills. Why? Because they are not related to each other in any way. They don't have a common goal. They don't care about each other. They might even be strangers. Okay. But a team are not strangers. They will have interpersonal skills. They have to interact with each other. Okay, so they will be interacting with each other. There'll be a networking. There will be a relationship between each other, and they will be one small group together as a team together. Okay, totally interwoven. Commitment. A group will not have commitment. They have nothing to do. They will come, they will see the program, and they'll go back to their own houses. Whereas a team will have commitment to learn from what they have seen. They will go back and they will work on their assets to meet the commitment that they have given, right? Interdependence. A group has nothing to do with each other. They are not dependent on each other for anything. They come on their own, they go on their own, they're on their own. Okay, even though they're part of a large group. But a team is not like that. They depend on each other for the work to be done. A certain amount of work is done by somebody, then passed on to somebody else, then that person does his work, then passed on to somebody else. So they're interdependent for reaching the common goal. They are dependent on each other. Feelings expressed. A group will not express too many feelings to each other because naturally they may not be so related to each other. There is no bonding, there's no rapport, they are not connected, right? They don't have a common goal, so they may not express anything. They don't expect anything from others, and they they know that they are not expected to do anything also. Whereas in a team, feelings are expressed very easily, positive as well as negative. Expectations are expressed, and if you do not live up to it, that is also expressed, that you are not living up to expectations. Alba, feelings are expressed very easily between each other. There is trust in a team. There is no need for any trust in a group. Yeah, they don't really care. They're just one group of people. Listening. A team has to listen to each other, take feedback from each other, give advice to each other, support each other, help each other. But this is not required in a group. Yeah, they don't need to listen to each other, and they don't need to cooperate. Nan kelsa aaytu nan hogta irbodu. It's a group. We're not related to each other. We don't have a common goal. I don't know who you are too much, so it's just okay. I don't need to cooperate with you in anything. Whereas a team which has a common goal to reach, and they are all networked in one team, they need to cooperate to reach the goal. Okay, so cooperation is very high in a team. Now, this is a exercise for you to do. There is a passage here. Pause the video and read the passage. Okay, I will wait for a minute. You please read the passage. Pause the video and read the passage. Now see, replace the X that you found in the passage with O and try to read it again. Right? What are your observations? Your observations are the passage is very easy to read when the right letter is in the right place. Okay, what they're trying to tell you here is that every team member has a place in the team. If the team member is not in place, then the entire team will slow down or suffer. Here they are saying the letter O is a member of the team of the keyboard. If O is not working, then the reading will get slower. The entire team is slowed down. Okay. Now, this is a very important part of the session that I want to talk to you about. There are Canadian geese. Let me get to it because it's a very small letters. Team building. Okay, you can read on the screen as I read over here, and I will explain to you also. The Canadian geese who are migrating, they migrate from going from very cold country to a warmer country, and they travel thousands of miles to get to that warmer country where they will breed, and they will have little gooselings, and then they will all fly back to the country from where they came back when the country gets little warmer. Okay. Now you see, this is a team. They're flying in a team. It's a V formation, and they always fly in this formation. Now, as each goose flaps its wings, it creates an uplift for the birds that follow. Okay, it adds 71% greater flying range for each goose. Okay, so this is one important thing to know. So each one is helping the other, supporting the other. When a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of flying alone. It quickly moves back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird in front of it. So it knows that its team is lifting it up, and if it falls back, it will have to work alone on its own. So therefore, it tries its best to be with the team. Okay. When a leader goose gets tired of flying, he goes to the end of the V formation, and another goose takes the lead. How fantastic, Alva. They're taking turns at leadership, at encouraging the team to perform well. Okay. The geese flying on a V formation, they quack to encourage each other. What a lovely thing to do. They tell each other, encouraging, come on, you can do it, you can do it. Because it's thousands of miles, it's not just 1 or 2 miles, Alva. So they keep up the speed. When a goose gets sick or injured and it falls out of the formation, some of the geese will break off from the main formation and go down to the resting place with the goose who has fallen sick, and stay with it till it gets better, and then try to come back to the original team. And if they cannot, then they form their own another V formation and fly to the destination. So you see how each person is actually encouraging the other. Proper teamwork. These are birds. They don't even have the intellect that human people have. If the birds and animals can do it so beautifully, then Indians with the intellect, the humans with the intellect that we have, we can do so much more. Alva. So this is a fantastic lesson that a person who observes the wildlife has come up with this lesson for us in team building, that how the geese are supposed to have very little brains compared to so many other birds. Goose and adake baitare, alva. So In spite of that, what a beautiful instinct they have on team building and on team rapport, alva. Flying together miles and miles to a warmer country and not abandoning even one team member, even if he is weak and tired, take care of the team member and bring him back to speed. This is a very, very beautiful lesson. I would encourage you to pause over here and read it again. Okay. Now, how a team works. This is really important. How a team works. Okay. Now, there are three things in a team. There's a common goal or a task. Okay. There is a team and there's an individual team member. So all these three people will have their own needs and how it works. So we are going to discuss each component's needs. Okay. The task needs. These focus on getting the job done. Need for a worthwhile goal is there. Okay, goal is not worthwhile, nobody wants to do it, right? Clear ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು goal. Okay, there should be an agreement. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದೇ ಗೋಲ್ಗೆನೆ aim ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. If somebody is not interested in the goal, then it's not going to work out, right? There has to be a plan of action. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. There's a proper concrete plan of action to recognize and achieve the goal. And then need to know that you have achieved the goal and get congratulated on it, alva. You have achieved the goal anta ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, right? So what does a team need? The team needs a relationship between the members of the team. Okay, a good, positive and supportive, helpful relationship. Okay, you need to improve understanding as you're working towards the goal. Understanding has to improve, not go down. Only if you improve you can move towards the goal. Okay, you need to cooperate, support each other. Even if you don't agree, you have to support each other, and you have to have clarity as to the role of each team member. Okay, this is the team needs. And what is the individual needs? As an individual, if I'm the member of the team, I need to belong to the team. I need to contribute to the progress of the team. I need to be recognized as a valuable team member, and I need to do my job in the team. Okay, this is the individual needs as a team member, what I will have. So these are the three components, and this is how a team will work towards a common goal. Now, 4 stages of a team development. For this, I will take an example of a college. Okay, let's say, because you're all in college, let's take the example of a college. The first stage is forming. Okay, the first stage is forming. A team is being formed. Okay, how people are coming into the college, meeting each other, greeting each other, and trying to find out whose interests lie where, who can do what, who is good at what. People who know basketball will probably will be in one place together. People who are interested in music might be together. People who want to attempt the IAS exams will find each other. So they're like forming. Okay, they're all learning to explore what is happening within each other. Ivaga, next comes storming. In the storming, what happens is, in the storming, what happens is they're trying to find, there will be disagreements in this particular stage. You know, people might find that there are too many aggressive people. The goal may not be the same. They are not agreeing with each other. Some people are not performing well enough to be in that particular team. Some people are not interested. They are disagree. So there are a lot of storming going on as to what is the common thing that we have. What is a common passion in this particular group? Okay, then the norming starts. Norming means what? Okay, now we have formed the group. For example, say basketball group. Now we'll normalize it. How do we norm it? We find who plays well, who should be in the front, who are the taller people who should be at the back, what are the strengths of certain players, how can we use the strength of the person, or if a person is weak, how can we train that person to come up, right? So this is all norming. You kind of norm the team. The team is actually coming into place. It's actually, you can actually see the team getting formed over there. Okay, and then finally performing, which means you have found your strengths, you have improved your weaknesses, you have found a strategy, you have made a scheme to win, and now you are performing. Okay, so we go through that once again. Forming is when people come together, they have a common goal, but they don't know anything yet. They are still exploring what to do, how to do, etc. Then they're storming because now they're coming out and expressing what they're all about, and there will be a lot of disagreements, there will be a lot of negotiations, there'll be a lot of bargaining, talking, shouting, screaming, all that will happen. Then they'll realize what are the strengths and weakness, and there'll be a norming stage where they find that the entire team is forming by, in a nice way, beautiful way, it's coming together, finding the weaknesses, improving on it, finding the strengths, using them, and then finally performing to get the common goal or achieve the common goal. So that is performing. These are the 4 stages of a group. Now there is one more activity for you over here, which you can read properly, okay, and answer the questions very truthfully, honestly do this exercise, and then go on to the next slide where the answers are revealed, okay. ನೀವು ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, now 5 causes for team failure. This is very important. You must know the 5 causes of team failure. Absence of trust. If you do not trust your team member, then you will never be open to them. You'll neither expose your weaknesses nor show your strengths. You will not trust them at all, alva? So absence of trust means people are not moving in the same direction. You need to be very open, okay. Fear of conflict. ನಾನು ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ there will be conflict, there will be people who are opposing me, we might have a fight. So in a team there should not be a fear of conflict at all. Even if there is conflict, have a conflict and resolve it. You should be brave enough to do that, okay. Then unclear objectives. Team andre ಏನು? Team means it has a clear objective, a clear goal, a clear aim. Ade clear illa andre, objective itself is not clear, then what are you going to achieve? It's a main cause of failure. You don't know what you're going to achieve. Some people may think this is the goal, but that's not the goal. It's somewhere else. And you're working in the wrong direction all the time. Clear objectives should be there. Unclear objectives will cause failure. Avoidance of accountability. Team only, every person has a role to play. For example, remember the letter O in the keyboard. Such an important role to play. It is one of 55-60 keys that are there on the keyboard, but still without that one key, if the whole entire team slowed down, alva? So accountability has to definitely be there, okay. I have this role to play, therefore I should play this role. It comes to the same thing below it. There is lack of commitment, which I missed. Lack of commitment is a huge failure too. It ties into accountability. ಕಮಿಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೀಮ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲ. The letter O is not there, then there's a huge difficulty in reading the passage. The letter O should be committed to printing itself whenever it is pressed. It should be accountable for coming out with the impression of O, then only the keypad is working properly, alva? And finally, inattention to results. Results ge attention kottilla andre there is no point. Yeah, you should be totally attentive and totally focused on the result. Result balta idea ilva anta ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. If the result is not coming, that means you are not in the right direction, you are not focusing in the right direction, your commitment is not there, accountability is not there, trust is not there. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು if you are not moving in the right direction, okay. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Now 6 suggestions for effective team building. If failures aitu, causes of failure aitu, how do you actually correct it, or how do you make sure that your team is going to be very effective? Okay. Sharing of vision. What is a vision? What is the goal? Okay. Basketball team andre ee varsha now we should be able to win the inter-house competitions in the first quarter. Second quarter of the college, we are going to do a inter-collegiate basketball team. We should be able to go and compete with other colleges. This is our vision. Okay, so you should share the vision. Encourage involvement. Ask all the team members for coming up with ideas, coming up with suggestions, coming up with good strategies and schemes to reach the vision, to make it a reality. Communicate. All the team members should be able to talk about they're able to communicate. For example, if I'm a team member of the basketball team that we're talking about, and right on the day when we have inter-house competitions with other classes, I'm going to be on a vacation on that and I'm not communicating to the team. Can you imagine the kind of problem that they're going to be when they turn up for the match on that day? Whereas if you communicate and say, "Naan avattin divsa iralla," they can easily prepare and get a backup. Alva, this is very important. Personal feedback. Personal feedback, ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ feedback ಕೊಡೋದು. If you don't like something that somebody is doing, or if you really like something that somebody is doing, please be brave enough to give feedback. ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ as ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ is important. Take it in a positive way. Also give it in a positive way. Develop discipline. Developing discipline ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Team has to be the uppermost in your mind. When they call for meetings, you have to be there. When they talk about targets, you have to be there. When they're talking about the strategy, they have to be there. You have to have a commitment and a discipline to work for the target of the team. Okay, so that's very important. Cultivate respect. Every team member is as important as the other. Respect for the team, respect for each team member, and respect for the goal that you are achieving. Okay, if you don't care whether you're winning that trophy or not, then you are not fit enough to be a part of the team. Our trophy nam sigbeku, have great respect and reverence for the vision of the team. Only then you will perform to your best abilities. Okay, so sharing vision, encouraging involvement, communication, giving and taking personal feedback, developing a discipline for reaching the target, and cultivating respect for the team, for oneself, and for the shared vision. That is most important. There are some books references given here. You can read in your time, in your free time if you want. Also, this is from where all the material for this PPT has been taken. Thank you very much, students. I wish you all the best. Please go through the video again and try to understand what we have talked about. Team building is very important, not only in your personal life, in your education, as well as in your career. It's extremely important. You will always be a part of the team. It's never that a person can succeed individually. Thank you.